بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف خلق الله. In this presentation, inshallah, I will share with you some hints about the analysis of 5-point Likert scale. Let me share my screen. Through the presentation, I will talk about the Likert scale analysis method, how we can calculate the standard deviation using Excel, how we calculate the mean, and what we mean by weighted mean, and how we can calculate it. Also, how to calculate the overall mean, how to calculate the frequency, the percentage and of the frequency, and the difference between the reverse and normal scale. طيب. Yes. Of course, the analysis, there are several methods we can use it to analyze the Likert scale. For example, we have a top box score method, we have a top 2 box method, and top 3 box method, which let's say it can use we can use this type, the 3 box method. طبعا ده بنستخدمه دايما for Likert of more than 5-point scale, let's say for 7-point scale. So we're targeting a 5-point scale in this presentation, so we are not going to talk about top 3 box. And we also can use a pro method or the scoring calculation, score calculation, or what we call it also the weighted top 2 box score. Let's say what we mean first by the top 2 box method. Top 2 box نحن في الريزلت عندنا دايما responses divided to, let's say, strongly agree and agree, or extremely like, or very like. So, and then neutral response, and dislike and strongly dislike, or not at all like. Like هنا أو الagreement بيكون just with the first two boxes. فبنشوف البرسنتج هنا كم and هنا كم البرسنتج والsummation 15 plus 25 بنحصل على 40%. ده اللي بنقصده ب two box method. بالنسبة للبرو ميثود أو السكور calculation. Okay, let's have an example. If we have question 1 and question 2, we'll scale starting from strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. If we calculate a total for question 1, the total will be 25. And if we calculate the total for question 2, it's also be 25. A dynamic of this approach is clearly shown in the difference of the score between question 1 and 2, where the top two box are the same. Let's see, calculate the top 2 box here as 5, and here also 5. Okay. The method important or can be applied at least for 5-point Likert scale. And it's very helpful when we compare between questions. Okay. To use the scoring, we can see here, we calculate the scoring for question 1 to be 13, and for question 2, 45. or 45. So how we calculate the score for question 1 and the score for question 2? طبعا when we see here نحن بنشوف ال scaling رغم من انه total 25 and the total of question 2 is 25, لكن ال question 2 get a higher score. So how we calculate the score? Simply, we multiply this frequency with the relative index of the answer. So if the relative index here, let's say the relative index here for the strongly disagree 0, disagree 1, neutral 2, and agree 3, and strongly agree 4, and we want to calculate the score, we just multiply the frequency with the relative index of the answer. Here we will multiply 0 by 10, it will be 0, and 1 by 5, it will be 5, 2 by 5, it will be multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, it will, by 2, sorry, it will be 10, and here 5 multiplied by 3, it will be 15, the total will be 30. And the questions 2 will be 45, as I said. Okay. This is simply ببساطة طريقة calculation of score. Okay. Concerning a function that we use it in Excel, if we need to calculate the mean just in the cell, we will write equal, then average, and the range of the number we need to calculate the mean for it. If we want to calculate the standard deviation just in the cell, we will write equal, then we will write the function STDEV, then I will write the range of number that I need to calculate the standard deviation. Concerning the frequency, and to calculate the frequency, just I will write in the cell equal count F, and I will select the range I want to calculate the frequency for it, and the criteria. Let's say the criteria for some number I want just if the range include number 1, we ask we ask Excel to just count if the criteria is 1. The percentage of the frequency can be calculated just by dividing the frequency على the total number of respondents. كم عدد المساهمين أو المشاركين أو المستجيبين, let's say respondent, وبعدين بعد ما أقسمهم الاثنين على بعض, after dividing of frequency and total number of respondents, I will multiply it by 100. الويتد مين هنا بناخد التوب بوكس سكور هنضربه في 5 طبعا باعتبار انه السترونج اجري هو 5، الاجري 4، النيوترال 3، والديساجري 2، والسترونج ديساجري 1. فهنضرب التوب بوكس سكور في 5، السكند بوكس سكور في 4، والثيرد بوكس في 3، والفورث في 2، والاخر واحد في 1، وبعدين المجموع كله بقسمه على التوتال اوف respondent. اوكي. طيب. Concerning a reverse and normal scale. في العادة نحن ممكن يكون عندنا في الأسئلة reverse questions. And I will give you some examples. And this is really very important to check. We need to check all questions. Check it for what? For word reverse. أي سؤال صياغته أو نصه معكوس. كيف؟ I have an example here. If the question for students, let's say, this is an example. All the teachers were very helpful with me. The answer طبعا range between agree and disagree. لكن النورمال satisfaction will be with agree. الرضا حيكون مع اختيار الاجري. لكن إذا كان نص السؤال not all of the teacher were helpful with me. Satisfaction هنا هيكون with disagree. So this question is the reverse question. And we need to convert reverse to normal. The reverse دايما بندي agree or strongly agree starting from 1, will strongly disagree ended by 5. But in normal, strongly agree will get 5, while strongly disagree will take 1. Okay, so we need to check all the question if there is any reverse one. In fact, in our questionnaire, mainly it's written in Arabic, we use reverse mode. So we need to convert all question from reverse mode to normal mode. Why we need to change reverse to normal? Let's say what happen if we calculate or we complete our calculation and analysis in reverse mode. If we calculate, let's say this is table include here respondent, and this is a reverse respondent for question 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have here the responses from respondent 1 for question 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them was being 1, 1, 1. And in normal, if we change it to normal, they will be 5, 5, 5. Unlike that for all of them. And now if we calculate the frequency from the above reverse table, it will be like this. But in the normal, let's see how the frequency will appear. It will be like this. So the frequency will change it from reverse to normal. Even if we want to calculate the percent of the frequency, we can see here how the percent appear, and in normal mode how the percent will appear. Of course, when we calculate the weighted mean, there are no difference between a reverse and normal mode. And when we calculate the overall mean, of course, there is a difference between the reverse mode and normal mode. So we need to convert all question reversed to normal. And if our questionnaire in reverse mode, we have to change it to normal mode. How we can change it? Just in the question, put equal, then 6 minus the shell, and drag it for the end. And it will convert from the reverse to normal. We go now for a practical session. I will stop sharing of this PowerPoint and then we will go to the Excel. Okay, in this Excel sheet, we have, this is the reverse mode. And let's say we don't have any number here, or let's check it here. We want to check that we can calculate, or we can convert the reverse to normal. Let's say yes here, this, yes. And just as I said, we will write equal 6 minus the first cell or the reverse here, and then enter. Then we drag it to the end and to the right. We can see this is identical with the normal. يتطابق تماما مع النورمال. We can convert, so we can convert the reverse to the normal like this. يبقى the first step أول خطوة we will receive a questionnaire. We have an if this questionnaire in reverse mode, and as I said, or our Arabic questionnaire in reverse mode, we have to convert it to the normal scale. Okay, we have, for example, نحن عندنا كمثال هنا we receive this questionnaire, and as I said, of course ممكن يكون عندنا different programs. This is only for radiology program. ممكن يكون عندنا other program like laboratory, like physiotherapy. We can just delete the data, we don't need it. نحن هنا we're talking about radiology department, so we will keep the data of radiology. And as I said, this scale in reverse mode, we need to change it, we need to convert it. So I will just insert here additional row, and I will click equal 6 minus, and I will select this cell, enter. Okay, sorry, 6 minus, yes, it will be 1. As we know before, 5 in the reverse mode equal 1 in the normal mode. Then we will drag it to the end. Yes, this is a normal scale. Okay, we can repeat on this process. Sorry, 6 minus. For the last, here equal 6 minus this cell, and here 6 minus this cell, and we have to drag all these answers. Okay. Then we can delete, sorry, we can select this reverse one, and we can delete them. We don't need it. We can just delete. Okay, sorry, we have here a mistake, because when we delete it, or we can, let's say, select this one, the normal rows, and copy them. We can go to additional, we can insert sheet here by pressing new sheet, and let's rename it with the normal. Then we will paste it as a values, Okay. Yes. Up. And we can also copy our question here. We can insert. We can insert here additional row to copy our question. This is question 1, this is question 2, this is question 3, question 4, up to the last question. And this is our normal scale. So now we will start by calculating the frequency. When we want to calculate the frequency, we will press equal, count if, and I will select a range. So this is our range, and I will write my criteria after this comma. So my criteria is 1. So I'm asking Excel if there is 1 here, please count them. And we can see there's only 2 1. So it will be 2. So here 1 mean in the normal scale. What 1 mean in the normal scale? Strongly disagree. Disagree. Strongly, this means strongly, strongly disagree. And just change the alignment to be rapid text. And here, this agree, and this will be neutral. And this is agree, and this is strongly agree. Again, format rapid text. Now for disagree, I will write equal, count if, and I will select my range. It's the same range for the first question. I will write now the criteria. It will be 2. Then for 2, of course, it's look like there is no 2 in this range, so it would be 0. It will count to be 0. Yes. For the neutral, we will write count if. Again, I will select the same range. My criteria now will be 3. Yes, 3. And 3, we have 2 also for the 3. And again, count if. Same range. My criteria now will be 4. 0. There is no 4. Again, count if, and the same range. Then our criteria will be here 5. Okay. Then we can drag it to the end. Yes. This number is just a frequency. That التكرار for strongly disagree for the first question. Okay. And disagree for the first equation 0. Neutral كان 2 والagreement 0 strongly agree كان 3. So this is the frequency. Now we want to calculate the standard deviation for the first question. The standard deviation, we just write equal STDEV, and I select the range I need to calculate the standard deviation. Will be 1.7. Then I can also drag it to the end. So this is our standard deviation. And now we want to calculate the percentage for these frequencies. Let's calculate the the summation equal sum equal the total number of respondents will be 7. and they should be 7, of course, for all of them. Because we only have here 7 respondents. To calculate the percentage, we will just divide the frequency by the total number of respondents, which equals 7. I will repeat this again. For the disagree, divided by 7, and here again divided by 7, and the agree divided by 7, and strongly agree divided by 7. Okay, so be careful. Okay. This is the percentage, and to see as a percentage, we can just press this % here, % style, or you can press Ctrl+Shift+%. Now we have a respondent in normal scale, and we have calculated the frequency, and we calculate the percentage of the frequency. And repeat copy here the scale on the percentage. So what this mean? This mean there are, for example, here we have 29% of respondents strongly disagree for question what? For question 1. If we want shift for question 2, we have 14% strongly disagree for question 2. For percentage of disagree for question 1, there are 0%. I like that. Finally, we want to calculate before finally we want to calculate weighted mean. Weighted mean. How we can calculate the weighted mean? Okay, I will just bring a note from my PowerPoint. Yes, weighted mean, we said that, yes, we want to calculate the weighted mean by using this equation. So we will write equal, and then we will multiply here the frequency. This is the frequency, it will be multiplied by 5 plus the second frequency multiplied by 4 plus the neutral multiplied by 3 plus the degree multiplied by 2. So multiplied by 2 plus strongly disagree multiplied by 1. And I will close. After divide, of course, we need to divide all these score by the total number of respondents. Total, so we divide it like this by total number of respondents, 7. So 7. So this is the weighted. Of course, and I can calculate the weighted mean. We call questions from question 1 لحد question 2. So this is the weighted mean. Now we calculate the weighted mean. There's only one thing left. What we need to calculate also the scoring. How we can calculate the scoring. To calculate the scoring, just let me remind you. I will copy the scale again. Strongly disagree, we will give them a relative index of the answer will be 0. Disagree will be 1. here 2, 3, and finally 4. Okay. Calculate the top 2 box. Of course, we need just those 2. Right, equal, agree, plus this agree. This is the top 2 box, and I can drag it to the end. This is the value of top 2 box. How can I calculate the scoring? Yes, I will insert additional row here, the scoring. Okay. Okay, this is the score. How we can calculate the score? Okay, we need, of course, to multiply the frequency with, so this is the frequency, and we're going to multiply it with 0 here for strongly disagree, and for disagree we can multiply it with a 1, and just a minute. Sorry, I will repeat it here. Just we can write the score here. We will write equal, then open, and I will select 0 here, and multiplied with the frequency of this strongly disagree, plus 1 multiplied by disagree, plus 2 multiplied with the neutral, sorry, okay. 2 multiplied with the neutral, plus agree multiplied with 3, and finally plus strongly agree multiplied with the 4. And so this will be the score. This will be the score for first question. And I can drag it to the end to see the score for other question. Maximum score, it will be 17. And the minimum score will be 12. Okay, so I can here the simple way, and it was the easiest way, and I can compare the question. If we have like an example here, a high score, it's a higher agreement, satisfaction is higher here, and 17 comparing, let's say, with the last question was 12. It's 12. Yes. That's all. Just we need to write our report. Of course, we need to change or to convert these rows to column. How we can do this? For example, this is our question. We just copy it, and we can come here and expand the cell. Okay, again, I will want to copy it. And here, click paste special and select value transpose, and okay. Okay. And we can change the format again to be rapid text. Yes. If we want to copy standard deviation, also again copy, and then here just paste the special, again value transpose. This is our standard deviation. And if you want to copy the frequency, this is our frequency. Again, just a minute, I need an additional row. Insert, yes. And I will copy here the frequency. This is our frequency paste special value, again transpose, okay. And we can here again. It was being in a percentage because the cell was being in percentage mode. So I converted to the text mode or to the number. Here we can change the format to wrap the text. Yes, so this is the frequency here. We can merge this cell. And this is the frequency. Yes. This is the frequency. And if we want to calculate the percentage, you can write the percentage here. Beside the numbers, we can write the percentage values transpose. So this is percentage. Some we can see that some numbers written in percentage and some numbers written as a number. Just select them and check all of them will be percentage when press the percentage icon in the above of the this menu. Okay. You can arrange the frequency. You can add here a column, for example, and then you can move the percentage to be here, and we can write here percentage. Be more better. Neutral, we can take neutral. Okay, so sorry, this is the disagree. Again, insert additional column to copy neutral. Neutral. Insert for the agree, we can shift the agree. Okay. From the agree, of course, they will be here. Why there is a dash here? We can check the percentage for agree because they are zero. Because they are zero, it's written as a dash. However, we can change it to here. We can copy them. It's a special value transpose. Yes. Still some number written as dash. This is because of the formatting of the cell we have, right? It is the numbers, it should be like this. we select all of this, and we change the format to be sure it's in number to get written. Okay. And we also can copy the weighted mean. The weighted mean here, we can copy it again. And this is the weighted mean. Paste the special. Paste the special. Again, this is our weighted mean. Of course, if the number decimal is too long, we can change it from select number and we minimize it from 3 to 2. And we need also a top 2 box to score in our report. So we can just paste in here as special. It's a special value transpose. Yes. So this is our data we needed in our report. Okay. This is our data we needed in our report. I will stop the sharing of this Excel sheet and show you the format we're using for our report.